Hey guys, welcome to question MM302 of the Maths Methods Fortify study guide. So this question says the area of the region bounded by the graph of y equals negative root x plus 1, the x-axis and the lines x equals 0 and x equals c is 52 on 3 square units. Find the value of c. Awesome. So we've got our function, we've got our area, and we just need to find our value of c. So this graph, it's important to recognize that this graph is under our x-axis, right? So it sort of looks like x plus 1, sort of like this, right? So we're looking for the area between 0 and like x equals 0 and x equals c, for example here. So this area here. Because our area is under our x-axis, our integral is actually going to be negative, right? It's going to be a negative number. So our integral is actually going to come out at negative 52 on 3, not positive, because it's under the axis, right? So that's an important part of this question. Now that we've kind of recognized that, we can say that the integral from 0 to c of negative root x plus 1 dx is equal to negative 52 on 3. Now we can just evaluate this, right? So what's really out the front here is a negative 1, okay? So we're going to take this negative 1 and we're going to put it at the front of this integral because it's just a constant. We're going to end up with root x plus 1 dx, right? Now, because we've got a negative on both sides, we can divide both sides by negative 1. And what we get is 52 on 3 equals 0c root x plus 1 dx. Okay, so I've essentially cancelled out the negatives. Now, from here, this is a linear factor under a square root, which means we're going to actually convert this to x plus 1 to the power of 1/2. Okay, so whenever we're dealing with square roots in an integral, we always want to do this because it's going to make it easier for us. So now we can use our little shortcut, okay? So we've got a linear factor in here, we've got a power, which means we can actually evaluate it as we normally would with any other polynomial. So what we do is we add 1 to the power, so 1/2 plus 1 is 3 on 2, then we divide by the new power, and our coefficient of x goes to the bottom as well, okay? Our coefficient of x is just 1 in this case, so we times by 1, which is not going to make a difference anyway. So, then our next step of working, we end up getting, actually I should write 0 to c as well. So this is 3 on 2 times 1 is just 3 on 2. So this 2 comes to the top and that 3 stays where it is. So what we get is 2 times x plus 1 to the 3 on 2 over 3 from 0 to c, and that's equal to 52 over 3. Awesome. So from here, what we're going to do is just sub in our values for c and 0. So we get 2 times c plus 1 to the power of 3 on 2 over 3 minus 2, 0 plus 1 to the power of 3 on 2 over 3. And that's equal to 52 over 3. Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to just rub this out first. Firstly, I'm going to times both sides by 3, okay? So I'm going to say that 52 is equal to 2 outside of c plus 1, 3 on 2. Take away. Now, 0 plus 1 to the... So 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 to the power of 3 on 2 is just 1. 2 times 1 is 2, obviously. Take away 2. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 2, which means I get 26 equals c plus 1 to the power of 3 on 2. And remember, we don't have our calculator for this, so you're not going to be able to use that. Minus 1. Going to add 1 to both sides and get 27 equals c plus 1 to the power of 3 on 2. Awesome. Now, to cancel out these powers, what we're going to do, or to cancel out this power and get c by itself, we're actually going to do both sides to the power of 2 on 3. Okay? So we're doing this to the power of 2 on 3, and this to the power of 2 on 3 as well. Awesome. So, 3 on 2 times 2 on 3 is just 1, right? 6 over 6, which is just 1. So this on this side is just c plus 1. So that gets c plus 1 by itself. Now, the easiest way to do this is to break it into its parts. Okay, so 27 is the same as 3 to the power of 3. Okay, so 3 to the power of 3 to the power of 2 on 3, right? Now when we have power to the power, we multiply the powers. So 3 times 2 on 3 is just 2, which means we get 3 to the power of 2 equals c plus 1. Awesome. 3 to the power of 2 is 9, so 9 equals C plus 1, which means that C is equal to 8. Awesome. Now, I wasn't showing the marks as I went through then, so my apologies. The first mark comes after we've evaluated the integral. So after we evaluate the integral, so our step where we had 52 on 3 equals 2x plus 1, 3 on 2 over 3c0. That's our first mark there. And then our second mark comes when we have our 27 equals c plus 1 to the power of 3 on 2. Around there. That's our second mark. And then our third mark is when we write down our final answer, c equals 8. So guys, that's it for MM302. Please hit me up if you have any questions in the comments below, but otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.